Hello guys, and welcome to Kerbal Space Program Part 5 and 6. The reason for this is because, well, I'll be honest, I mislabeled my files and deleted the files that I didn't need to delete, and Episode 5 and 6 are both gone. Now, I thought it was just Episode 5 that was gone. I was okay with that, because that was entirely post-commentated, but I also fucked up Episode 6, and in between Episode 5, Episode 4 where we last left off, and the episode I've recorded until, I've got satellites everywhere, and I'm willing to bet you have no idea how I launched them, so I'm just going to go ahead and quickly go into the VAB, and go ahead and load up my Mimnus satellite, because that's my most advanced one. Alright, this uses some of the heavy fuel boosters. I don't know why it was zooming in that low, but it uses one of the 4 clumped engines. Where is it? Right here. The Griffin. You unlock these in very heavy rocketry. Some delta fins, a fuel tank, a decoupler, LV-909 engine with some thrusters, and then, if I can zoom in, there we are. It's got MechJeb installed with a stack decoupler, whatever this thing is. Small fuel tank with some small thrusters as your emergency thrusters. And then it's got 2 sets of not 2 sets of satellites, 2 sets of solar panels, a set of solar panels up there, stuff to take the temperature with, a radiator, and a communications dish. I have these solar panels, and this one all set to the abort key, and the brakes key should have been temperature, but I forgot to set that, so let's go ahead and do that now. That one's being a little tough to click. Oh, it's because they were placed symmetrically, so I don't need to do both. And so let's go ahead and save that and show you how I launched this. Oh, I forgot, I destroyed the launch pad. That was intelligent of me. Yeah, I destroyed the launch pad. I was testing out ways to launch rovers, and it was hilariously horrible. 51,000. That's fine. Yeah! Alright, let's go back. Yeah, I didn't mean to destroy the launch pad. I landed a bit too hard with my craft, and things happen. So, I'm gonna go ahead and launch this. Just quickly, I know I should actually be speeding this up and doing post-commentary over it, which is what I think I will do. So, yep. If I can please load. Okay. Bring this up. And first of all, let's show you what it looks like fully folded out, because I'm going to be speeding up me getting into orbit. There we go. The only bad thing about this is the communications dishes block those bottom solar panels. For the most part. So, if you're micromanaging things and you really need the power, this thing has more than enough solar panels to last it, honestly. You just want to point one end toward the sun, and the other end that you don't really care about, you want to have that where the communication disk opens up. I'm going to go ahead and hit abort because we're about to launch this bad boy. One of those communication disks is reopened. Fantastic. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. This main engine will die midway through because of the amount of thrust generated by these guys. It'll just stop working, and I have no idea why that happens, so that's really annoying. Let's just go ahead and do this. This is really loud. These are the loudest engines that I have access to currently. They're also the highest thrust engines. And I completely forgot to bring up my orbit info. Go stage only. Alright. I don't even know why I'm talking, because this is just post-commentary anyway. And welcome to the post-commentary. I tried doing this in Sony Vegas. Turns out Sony Vegas has a massive issue trying to record voiceover with its feature, so I decided not to. Anyway, this is standard. Once you get to about 40 seconds to apoapse, you want to make a 45-degree pitch, and then get your apoapse up to 100 kilometers. Kill your acceleration, circularize your orbit, all very standard. And I decide not to burn all the way on this engine, so that way it could actually fall back to Kerbin and not be space debris that I might eventually collide with. So I go ahead and accelerate forward a little bit, burn prograde, stop about 3/4 of the way through, kill the maneuver node, detach, and use my small engine to finish off my orbit, which is, of course, all very standard. It's stuff that, you know, really shouldn't even need to be watching, but I needed to show you guys how I set my satellites into orbit, and I'm not sure how much of this you already know. I completely lost track of stuff, honestly. And, yeah, we accelerate forward to the point where we need to accelerate again, which, of course, we did. And we have 106, and I think 101. I tried to flatten out the orbit, but it's turning out to be too annoying, so I just decided to stop. I might do this later off-screen, but anyway. Yep, that is what I decided to accelerate forward, and I really don't like doing post-commentary, so I'm going to try to do this as little as possible from now on, because I really just, you know, I don't like it. Anyway, back to old me helping you guys out. Okay, we are back, and that is how you get the satellite into orbit. Now, that was a far more advanced rocket than what I had when I originally launched the basic satellite probe, but you get the idea. Fortunately, there's no Kerbal on this, so I don't have the option to rename it, do I? Oh, no, I do. This is indeed a probe, so we are just going to name this Kerbin Advanced Science Set. There we go. And now, because of that, it is in a much better orbit to get science from the space around Kerbin than this guy, because he occasionally gets sent so far out that A, he's not close to, and B, he cannot, even when he is close to, he cannot actually get science. As you can tell, I didn't design these guys with lights in mind, honestly. It's the same kind of design, except this one has the 1x6 satellites, solar panels rather, around the edges as opposed to staggered, which is actually kind of inefficient. And it has a communitron, if you can see it here. There it is. Kind of hard to see. There we are. There it is. If I hit transmit data, you'll see it extending. There we go. It has one on either side. It's got 5 batteries and an incline reaction wheel here, so it can turn. It's got plenty of battery charge for when it goes onto the dark side, but I don't need 2 satellites in orbit, and plus this one doesn't have a small fuel tank instead of thrusters in case I want to correct its orbit, so we're going to go to the Space Center and actually scrap that one. We don't need 2 satellites in orbit because we don't have remote tech installed, and we have no need for a communications network yet. I do plan on trying to get it to work, though. So we're just going to go ahead and terminate this one. And just leave 1 satellite in orbit. Now, we also have one around the Mun, and we also have one around Mimnus. So, I don't remember quite what I did in Episode 6. I do believe it was just me spamming science missions and testing various things for my trip to the Mun. And yeah, I will see you guys in Episode 7. So this was Episodes 5 and 6 in a nutshell. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, leave me a comment, and I will most definitely reply to it. I will see you guys next time.